Hello and welcome to Retire Early Lifestyle in America, where we're fixing up an old cheap house without a pile of cash during our Retire Early lifestyle. Today we're going to talk about a few things, such as what it's like coming back to the USA and restoring an old 1910 home after living abroad for 13 years and living the easy, laid-back beach lifestyle. Or even the Andes Mountains easygoing lifestyle of Cuenca, Ecuador. The truth is, it does get some getting used to. Living in Latin America as long as we did, you really do tend to adapt to the laid-back way of doing things, which the locals call the mañana attitude. Don't get us wrong, we always woke up early in the morning living abroad, but we never really had to do anything except for the basic stuff like, cook, eat, and clean, and make videos. Living abroad, you just kind of go with the flow and just do whatever you want. At times, it can even get a bit boring. Now we wake up and have a house to repair, restore, and remodel. We're not complaining at all, but it is a different type of lifestyle, that is for sure. I guess you could call fixing up this old house a commitment, since we do want to make it nice and comfy inside, so we're committed to doing that. Here's a little commentary about the deck. We have 90% restored so far.
So it's my hope to encourage you by showing you some of the tips and tricks that actually work. Restoring a house, with a stash can just throw money at stuff and bada bing, bada boom. But that's not what we're doing here. Working within your means and living your dreams or the life that you were called to live. That's what it's all about. I'm not making a job out of it, but I am devoting a certain amount of time in my day to the restoration. It's a pretty big job, but little by little. So what I've been doing is I said to myself I was going to make an experiment. What I did is I got the stripper here. This is a stripping tool. This wood here, at first sight, it's like, okay, that's going to have to get replaced. And it looks pretty bad. But I said, let's do a test. And I stripped it. And I stripped it of the mildew and the superficial layer that was, waterlogged and, makes it look bad. So I stripped that off and gives me the bare wood. Now, it's still old wood, but it's got character. To me, it's got character. Once you put stain on it, now, it isn't costing me anything to do this experiment. It's just labor, it's time. I'd have to put in cash out other than the tool. Now, there is some wood here that's going to definitely have to go. And I strip it and put the stain on it and see how it looks. I think I'm going to like the look. So we just stained this today. You can see that the grain of the wood is visible through the stain, which looks beautiful. Pretty amazing. Look at that. Pretty amazing that Angie and I got this done in 2 days. We just really put the pedal to the metal today and got a lot done. You see that one over there is the one I'm going to yank up and replace, so that's why it looks like that. Same thing with that one. Totally amazing. There are people that could see what I'm doing and get overwhelmed because they've never done anything. Remember that I'm not a carpenter and I'm not a construction worker. I've never worked in construction. I've never worked in the building trades. The only thing I've done is fixed my own house. And the last time I fixed a house, it was a very light remodel. This is a deep resto. This is not a light remodel. So what I'm saying here is that there's things that I'm doing that I've never done before. And we live in an age though that we've got YouTube. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And I don't watch just a couple of videos because, you watch videos and you see all these videos, you're trying to get the bolt off, trying to replace the brakes on your car or something. I've never done that either. And everybody on the video just takes it right off. Finally, I found after 6 videos a guy that said, Oh, I loosened it before making the video, but let me show you what to do in case it doesn't come off. The one guy that knows how to talk to beginners. So that's my hope, is to give you the little tips and tricks as I go along, but I'm not going to hide the difficulties. So when I get stumped on something, I'll share that too. But I don't want to make the whole video about that, so there's a lot of other things going on.
Did you know that the #1 reason why people move abroad is because of cost of living? They tell us it's getting too expensive in America, and we agree, but they are also enticed to move abroad because they are actually told that you can live like a king or queen. But did you also know that 70% of these people who moved abroad because it's cheap moved back to their hometown within 2 years? The rest just moved to another country to try it out, thinking maybe it will be better suited for them. You know, we're just saying.
For those that are without hope, there's a lot of people that are without hope. I think that a lot of people get enticed and dragged into that live abroad thing because they see it as their escape hatch. Let's be honest here. They see it as their escape hatch. Look, you know, I don't know what to do. I won't be able to live in the States. Lots of people have told me, or said even in the comments, I can't live in the States. And I said, yes, you can. And they don't know how. And so this is what our journey is morphing into, is we've done it all now. We've just reached retirement age. We've already traveled all of the U.S. In our 30s. We've already traveled, you know, internationally for 13 years, all over. Not every country, but a lot. And so we've been there, done that. That's the thing. We've been there, done that, and so we're showing you how to do it. And it can be pretty overwhelming, and it can be discouraging at times. I won't kid you. Mostly because I'm the type of person that when I start on a job, I do want to get it done. I'm not saying that I'm not extreme at that. I mean, whatever it takes is fine. But I don't like to waste time. You know, I'd like to get on it and get going. Even if it's just a little bit, you know, even if I just do a little grinding today, that's fine. I just want to be making progress, see?
We can get a little bit overwhelmed at times, but we just keep forging forward because we know in the end we're going to be rewarded. There is nothing more rewarding than seeing your hard work turn into something beautiful. You know, it's the fruits of your labor. The overwhelming part is seeing it in its current state and thinking it can't be fixed or restored or refurbished, but most things can. It just takes determination and creativity.
I know I've been do-it-yourselfer for all my life. Being retirement age now, that's a long time. Even so, we did take a hiatus. We went traveling the world for 13 years, and we're abroad. We had the kind of travel nomadic life where you just pay and everybody else does everything and you don't do anything. You just cook pizza and you know, you just get on your computer, you go for walks, you do this and that, beach. You're not doing anything like this for 13 years. So getting back into it just as a reflection, it's like, I know years past I would get into a project that I've never done before, which is a lot of things, and get stumped. You get stumped as a do-it-yourselfer. You get stuck. Not sure. Nowadays, though, it's easier. We have the internet. That does help a lot. Even so, though, even with the internet, we get a lot more unstuck with it, but there's still a little bit that you're still stuck, and the internet's not giving you the answer.
Tell us about the tool you're using. What is that, your drill?
This is just a plugged drill, so it's not even a cordless. It's fine, I'm just right here on the deck. That's a stripper fitting. And it's a double-headed one, heavy duty. It's a heavy duty stripping, so, because I mean, I ran the belt sander. Mm-hmm. It's actually a belt sander, but it's a manual one, so it's a small miniature one, which seems to be doing okay on the floor. Not quite, it's not really quite there. It's like 85%, you know, but it's doing it. This here, I did the sander on here and it just wasn't doing anything. It just, the condition, it just wasn't doing anything. Same thing on the side of the wall. I just couldn't see any progress at all.
With the belt sander.
With that hand belt sander, so
but this is working.
I decided to go with the stripper. And the stripper's amazing. Boom, boom, boom. It just gets deeper. and quicker.
Okay.
Deeper and quicker works.
Well, we'll keep showing y'all the progress. This day and age, it is so easy to get information on how to do things. The do-it-yourself landscape has really changed for the better. In the older days, we had to fetch books on everything. And that meant browsing the local library for hours at a time and or the bookstores and spending mucho bucks on books. Not anymore. During his lifetime, Frank has owned probably more than 1,000 old-style hard copy books, but that was before selling everything and moving abroad. So chin up, folks. Things aren't all that bad, and I would say they are actually quite a bit better, and especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're fixing up an old home without a pile of cash. Well, hope this was encouraging and you enjoyed that. Until next video, take care.